Saying stop the violence is not enough. By simply saying stop the violence, stop the hate, we're putting a Band-Aid on a big, gaping wound. We're not looking at how that wound got there and how to actually heal it. There are 3 things that need to happen in order for the wound to heal. Number 1, we have to recognize that mental health matters. If we don't look at why we feel the way that we feel about things and where those feelings come from, and acknowledging that those feelings actually exist, if we don't look at how those feelings got there and created the mindset that we're in today, then we're just going to keep putting a Band-Aid on and expecting it to get better. Number 2, we have to create healing spaces in order for us to have these conversations, in order for us to have feelings and feel safe to go through our past, to re-experience those memories, and to re-experience the pain that comes from them. Because the more that we don't have these safe spaces without judgment, the more that we suppress what happens, we don't look at our feelings, we feel shame, we feel judgment, and it festers and turns into this poison. Don Miguel Ruiz calls it this poison that has to be released, and then it gets projected onto other people rather than us acknowledging it within us and sitting with the pain and the suffering to heal it, to talk about it, to move through it. So we have to create safe healing spaces for us to have these non-judgmental, non-shameful conversations, to be able to say what has happened to us, what we're feeling, to be able to get to the other side. And number 3, we have to recognize the mind-body connection. What we eat, what we consume, whether that's social media, television, movies, music, who we spend our time with, all affects how we feel, our mind and physical health. If you don't exercise, if you're not sweating, if you're not getting movement in, the energy stays stagnant within you. We store energy and memories in our body. And if we don't move, if we don't exercise, if we don't go for a walk, if we don't stretch, then again, the wounds that we don't look at start to fester. If you've ever taken part in a yoga class and you've done pigeon pose and had a good cry after or had some sort of emotion come up, it's because our flight or fight system is within the hip region. And what we process goes through there first of whether we should fight or flight or go into a ball and be fearful. So we need to acknowledge that mental health matters. We need to create safe spaces to heal and feel. And we need to take care of how we consume and how we take care of our bodies, because that also affects our mind. What you eat affects your gut, which affects whether or not you're foggy, you can process well, how your body feels. It's all connected. Once we do our healing work individually and then holding space for others, we can begin to see the world change around us. We're all looking for the same thing. We all want to be seen, heard, connected. And the more that we say, mine is worse than yours, or I'm better than you, then we've lost the game. We can continue to keep division. It starts with ourselves and being compassionate with ourselves and looking at where we need to be more compassionate with ourselves and doing that for ourselves first. To seek people to talk to share how you're feeling. And if you don't feel like you have someone to talk to without judgment, come talk to me. I'm here. My work in this world is to help your healing, is to help you feel to heal, is to help you feel seen and heard without feeling judged. Emotions will come up, feelings will come up, but you are not your feelings or your emotions, but they are messengers for you. And you don't have to feel judged or ashamed for any of them. start with ourselves, and it reflects in the world around us. So if you need someone to hold space for you, to talk through, to be heard and seen and felt and understood, I'm here. Much love.